Yo, what's good? YuGiOh Stories here. I wanted to showcase you guys this game. Virtual World just got the new update with the new cards, and let me tell you, this deck just got so crazy. First things first, we're playing against Dragoon Eldlitch, which is honestly the hardest version for Virtual World to play. Especially because I took out Utopia Double. A lot of people have recently. That was one of the main Dragoon outs. Now I just gotta like play Sues and talents for the Dragoon. But you'll see. The Dragoon puts up so much trouble for me. And alright, let's go ahead and get started. And yeah, I had to update the deck list. I put talents back in because ever since the 3v3 LCS, everybody's playing so much more hand traps because of Paulo and Christian. Since they got first place with their Eldritch Sue with like what 15 hand traps or something. So the format actually slowed down a lot, in my opinion. And you see my hand here. This hand is crazy. So I know I can out Dragoons. So I go Kowloon. And my opponent says he doesn't play against Virtual World, so he doesn't know what to negate. So he said he's just gonna wait for the Cloud Castle, which is perfect for me because it'll basically let me go through everything. He literally told me himself, I'll just wait for Cloud Castle, which is really bad. You'd rather not let Virtual World get started than to like stop them at the end of their combo because they usually have a lot of follow-ups. So over here trying to play with the new cards. I'm still not used to using Tutu too much. Tutu too much. That's funny. But I think it's actually really good. There's been some times where like I'll have this on the graveyard. I send Nian from the graveyard to summon it, and it can like just putting another body on board is actually really useful. And you can also pitch like gammas or drivers that are in your hand, so that's kind of nice. So here I'm just trying to like out these back rows. I don't know what they are. Now of course I can see they're two dead golden lands. Of course I go with Shen because Shen against the Eldritch deck is so good. Of course with Dragoon it's a lot harder, but like Shen versus Eldritch with Chuchi, like this is usually enough. So here I'm just trying to play. I use Tutu. I'm trying to clear his back row out just to like, cut his resources as much as possible because since it's not a combo mirror, it's not about making BFD. It's more about like taking out resources from your opponent. So of course, thanks to Shen I can banish whatever I pop. Then I use Chuchi to pop the Outland. So right away that stops two resources that would like have given him more resources. And literally the only way I can out this Dragoon is by crashing it. Because he hasn't even used it, so I can't even talent it away. And then he negates his own Conquistador, so he can get the 4,000 boost. Well, he took a while, but that's what he ends up doing. Which I'll take it, you know. And then I still have Lao Lao. As you can see, I tried to do everything in holding Lao Lao because this is like the best extender. Just lets you push through everything as long as you save it. Lets you push through Nib, anything like that. Of course, I'm here thinking maybe he has Ash or Bell. That's like the only way I'll lose. But he doesn't. So I bring back Shen, then I make another BFD. Oh, I guess. Okay, yeah, I do make it eventually. I just did it like this, so I had more names on the board. But I think the goal is to make BFD, so it doesn't really matter, because this is gonna leave regardless. Since I did battle with an XYZ, I can make it. Maybe it would have been better to save the Cloud Castle, but I think I still ended up winning this game, so not too big of a worries. He goes ahead and outs my Sues. But as you can see, my graveyard is pretty loaded. I got Shen and I got the trap. So I should be good to go. I'm thinking at worst he has like a pop or a Hakero, but it's actually Solemn Strike. It actually ends up being pretty good for me, to be honest. So I go ahead and use Shen, then Lulu. And he lets it go through, but he should have stopped it. That would have been So bad for me if he stopped it. I would have had literally nothing left. Go ahead and get the King Long. See, the fact that he let this go through, now I got another ad from the King Long. I got the trap because of Lulu. I'm gonna go ahead and do Lao Lao, sending the trap. So this trap is just so good. It's like another Lao Lao, to be honest. And here I said I forgot to discard for King Long, so I just discarded the Dad Talons. Again, I used Chuche to make Shen Shen a 9, go into another Cloud Castle, go into Vermilion, then Vermilion to pop the Strike, because that was the only thing I was unknown. So I was like, okay, I know the other one is Sanguine, I can deal with that, but I want to know what that is. He striked it, so it was fine. Here I go for the M7. I think I just do it just so I can use my trap, yep, just to kind of get more value of it. Pretty simple. Then I was trying to make VFD, but I realized I don't have VFD because I already have gone through both of them. We are grinding a lot, but I just set my trap. I feel pretty good here because I have, even though Shen is negated, I got these three in defense. Got my Chuchi to recycle stuff, and I got the Lulu for the follow up. So he draws Divine Wrath. So I guess he's like on kind of like Jesse's list. And he goes and tries to make the Juggernaut dude, but of course I'm just gonna pop it. Why take some burn damage? It's probably the best time to pop it. Lets him trigger his lord, but who really cares about one lord? Let's see, of course he has a Conquistador now, so he has like one interruption, which is pretty good. And I'm drawing to Lily, which is whatever. Let me see, I go here, Lulu, and this card just so good. It really kind of is like engage, add one, and then draw one. You add one, and then King Long searches one, like, it's just so good. And I go GG, and I'm trying to out his board, so I'm going for the Synchro 6. This dude is so good. Just to out his lord, and of course banish it. He just Conquistador, but I have the Chuchi, so it's just game over. He doesn't know it yet, but it's game over. Then I shuffle back my resources. Go King Long for another search. I was gonna search the Lao Lao, but he knew it was over after that. And then game two, gonna fast forward a little bit. He did open summon limit and dragoons, so this is crazy. Let me go fast forward. Goes dragoons, set two. And then here, I just cosmic blindly. I figured at best I hit a conquistador or just something, So his trap would be off, or at worst I just had sanguine and he changed it. But actually was gonna hit the summon limit, and he protected it, which made me wonder like what is that he's trying to protect so bad. So I feel pretty good here. I only have two back rows to play against. I just did the resolve the desires. But I drew into another King Long and I had one in hand. And then I banished the King Long as well. So I was just such a bad position. Go for the first summon, second summon, and he flips summon limit on me. And I know it's over. He's just gonna go Dragoon, Dragoon. Like it's just gonna be over. So game three, I'm thinking, all right, if I open up Lao Lao, I'm gonna go for the Chow Fang play, search the Ash. Fortunately, I opened the Lao Lao. My hand's actually pretty good. It's technically four cards, but I got Lao Lao, Lulu, and Gate. And he has nothing here, but no hand traps, so I already know I'm good. So I'm thinking just make Chow Fang search the Ash, because that's the only thing that's really scary from his deck, the Red Eyes Fusion. So if you don't know the Chow Fang combo, um, just watch and learn. Basically, you just want to resolve Lulu and Lily, so you can send the Nyan Nyan, and then you want to resolve Gigi, so the Nyan Nyan will get something from the graveyard. And the different thing here is you want to overlay Lulu and Gigi, so you can make Gossip Shadow to play through hand traps, and then Nyan Nyan, he'll get banished, and of course by then you usually have your King Long banished, but I already had everything I needed basically. So I make Chao Fang, I banish King Long just for the hell of it, and I just send Tutu so I can pop my Chao Fang, search the Ash Blossom, which is so good in this matchup. I don't really ever do this play, but against this deck where you lose to Red Eyes Fusion, it's just such a strong play. Then you make the Lao Lao, so I can make the Cloud Castle and just go for the BFD. But I realized I couldn't because I had a tuner and 2 level 6. But I just kind of had to think it out. Of course, I got the new trap and Tutu, so I made M7 and got back to Lao Lao just so I could pitch something. So I pitched for Tutu, and that's a tuner now. And then Shangwu, and I pitched the Lao Lao, and now I'm able to synchro into Cloud Castle. So I feel pretty confident because I got Ash, VFD, Chuchi, and Gossip Shadow. If you look at his hand, it's pretty good, but it's not gonna do much. I got the Ash for the Red Eyes Fusion. Here I was thinking about ashing this, but it's really not worth it. Like if I would have ashed this, it would have been game over because he had the Red Eyes Fusion. Um, I mean, I guess I could have chained VFD to the activation, which would have been pretty good. But it's better to negate the actual card than what'll get it, because if they already have it, then you're just wasting a card essentially. So I ash the Red Eyes Fusion, and he just sets 4. And of course, I'm kind of in a bad position, but I start off with M7, getting my Ash back, so now I can kind of play through Conquistador and Akero, but he doesn't have any of those. Really, the only thing that's bad is like the punishment, maybe the Super Volley. Go ahead and call light, just so I can play through Nib and Gamma. And here I'm just trying to like break his back row. Of course, I try to hold Lao Lao just because I don't know what he has, and a Torrential would really, really just kill me flat out. I go ahead and make Jiaoji, Gigi, Luigi. Y'all know what I mean. And this is pretty much gonna be a wrap. He goes ahead and super polys me for Antis, but I think he can't send it. Must be special summoned. I don't know. He ended up saying that he couldn't do it, and I think he quit on me. But I thought it was a pretty good game. As you can see, we know how to grind with Virtual World. And yeah, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put a comment down below. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.